Hey there, welcome to the locker room. Coach Arias here. Today's message is sometimes you gotta fumble and forget. So in sports terms, when you're playing football, sometimes you'll see a running back drop the ball, and that's called a fumble for those of you that aren't too educated on the sport. But I wanted to point out that in 2007, there was an NFL division playoff game versus Green Bay versus Seattle. And running back Ryan Grant fumbled 2 times in the first 4 minutes. So obviously Green Bay falls behind, down 14-0. And his quote said, "It happened, it sucks, gotta move on," when they interviewed him, because what happened next is what's awesome. Because champions know that a thought causes feelings, and feelings affect people's performance. So with that mentality and with that quote follows, after the 2 fumbles, after being down 14-0, Ryan Grant rolled on to 200 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and Green Bay won 42-20. So that leads me to the term fumble and forget. See, sometimes in life, things ain't going to go our way. People don't plan to fumble, and I'm sure he didn't plan to start off the playoff game by dropping the ball and fumbling and turning the ball over. But in life, every once in a while, when you least expect it, can be in the morning, can be in the afternoon, you're going to drop the ball. You're going to fumble in life. You're going to mess up. I do. You do. I always have. I always will. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that separates champions from chickens. Is that the champions are able to fumble and forget and put on a great performance like Ryan Grant. Tough times require tough mentality. Tough times require tough responses. So I was playing basketball the other day with my godson, and we were playing one-on-one, and he's a great athlete, freshman in high school, and we're playing basketball, and regardless to the stature, believe it or not, those of you that grew up with me, you know I can handle the rock. I can hoop a little bit. Wouldn't believe it by the looks of it, but I can. So we're balling, we're hooping a little bit, and he gets ahead by a couple points, and he got all kinds of confidence, all kinds of swagger nowadays, they call it. And what happened is, by the end of the game, when I was up 3 possessions, 4 possessions, I watched his whole spirit deflate. His whole killer instinct, that mentality, everything changed when he got down. And I taught him when we walked off the court after me putting a whooping on him for a couple games, I ain't going to let him win. Even if he's 14, he's going to have to earn it. I walked him off the court, and we started talking, and I was explaining to him. I said, Freddie, you got to be able to have the same confidence, the same swagger when you're down as when you're up. Even more importantly, when you're down, because that's how you're going to come back. I need you to keep your head in the game, because tough times require tough responses. And if you want to be great, you want to be elite in sports, when you get down or you make a mistake or you fumble or you cause a turnover, your mentality still got to be the same. You got to keep your head screwed on straight. So that's my message today in the locker room. Is in life, when you fumble, or in life when you get down, make sure you fumble and forget. Make sure you keep your head screwed on straight, because tough times require a mentality of tough responses. Thanks for joining me in the locker room today, gang. Looking forward to seeing you next week.